Keith, you better get over here. I'm going to be tossing off this wine.
What you got there? It's all bubbly.
Shingleback.
Shingleback?
Shingleback Shiraz. This is
Keith,
Brian.
Denverwineguy.com.
Just want to make sure that we're not having
Keith, Brian.
too much fun drinking.
Well, let's do it official. I'm Keith.
I'm Brian. And this is Denverwineguy.com.
And this is Shingleback.
Now, do we need to show everyone our moose on this?
I think so. Here, let me pour you some.
Here, we're going to do this up close so that everyone can see this.
Watch this.
This is 100% Shiraz, but it's a sparkling Shiraz. And the foam that you get in any sparkling wine, is referred to as the mousse. And you can see that's a black, inky wine, but the mousse on that is, that violet, pink color. It's just a fun wine.
Not the kind of mousse in Rocky Mountain National Park?
No.
It's a different mousse. Not the Bullwinkle kind.
Exactly.
Did you ever watch that show, Bullwinkle in Rocky?
A long time ago.
Did you? When it was on, you watched it.
When I was a little kid.
We're not little kids no more. We're drinking Shingleback.
But loving life like a little kid would.
There we go. Sparkling Shiraz. Well, it's sparkling and it's red. And it's yummy usually. I haven't had this one before. Brian brought it over. And I'm like, sparkling Shiraz. Yeah, I like sparkling Shiraz. I just don't see them around enough.
You don't see it a lot at all. In fact, we were talking earlier.
It's too bad.
And how you can find a sparkling Shiraz in any big box store or a boutique wine shop. Your smaller neighborhood store probably won't have it. But it's a unique little wine that's really fun. If you've not tried one, really worth seeking out to find. Something that I found, not just with Shingleback, but with any sparkling Shiraz, is it's wonder. Is that the right word I want to use? It works beautifully with Black Forest cake. Black Forest cake. Yeah, Black Forest cake is a dark chocolate with layered with cherries and various chocolates, which draw out the fruit in this wine. There's a little cocoa in the hint of this wine, which is drawn out, with the Black Forest cake. And then after having the cake, you'll see that the wine itself, you can probably smell the cherry in it, but it really is drawn out on the flavor profile on the palate once you have the cake. But even without cake or food, I still really like this wine. I mean, sparkling Shiraz is one of my favorites. It's always fun to take to a party as well because, there's a lot of your friends, a lot of people have never even seen a sparkling Shiraz.
Or seen it or are afraid to buy it. You see a lot of it out there. Well, you don't see a lot. When you do see sparkling Shiraz, it's, $12 to $15 or more. And, people are afraid to spend that kind of money on something they may not like, especially if they're going to a friend's house. But I love the nose on it. On the palate, I get almost this. I love this in wine when this happens. It almost has a cake texture, like that viscosity that has that airiness. Is that right? I mean,
yeah. I'm not much of a cook, so I know there's terminology for this. But you got a dense cake, and you get those really light, airy, fluffy.
Sara Lee airy cakes. Come on, Sara Lee cakes? They're always airy. Well, not all of them, but some of them can be like anchors. But
this has that it almost dissipates on your palate.
But it's not thin.
No.
It doesn't go away too fast.
The texture, the volume.
It does. It doesn't hang. It doesn't. Here's your tongue, and here's the wine. It doesn't do that. It kind of just sits right above it, and the bubbles go across it really nicely, and it's very good. And the cherries are almost. They're not quite like ripe cherries. They're like maybe a day old cherries to me. They're not, which is a good thing to me. I mean, they're not fresh and juicy. But I could see if you had this with food, the fruit, there'd be more fruit coming out. I love the balance. I mean, on the palate, it just has great balance and structure. Front to back, it's just really, really solid. Never had it before.
Absolutely.
I'm enjoying it.
I think this is why I think this is a great even food wine, because it does have good acidity, but not over the top. It's got great fruit, again, not over the top, balanced with the acid levels. Just coats the entire palate, evenly. I think this is a wonderful wine.
So to wrap things up, let's talk about score, what we're going to give it, and price. And I'm going to let you give a point, put a point on it first.
Well, using the 100-point system,
right?
I would go as far as
say it.
I'm going to give it 95 points. I'm sticking to that. I really think
95 points.
Yeah, it's really a complex wine. There's a lot going on in this bottle.
95 points? I respect your opinion. No, that's
95.
I could see why you would say that. I mean, do you want to know what I'm going to give it? Do you want to know? I think they want to know. I'll say 90 points. And the reason I say 90 points, because I think 90 points is a really solid score, and I think it could use more fruit. And that may, like Brian said, the fruit may come out more with food, and I'm not sure of that, to be honest.
Without a doubt. I am sure of it because
I've
had it. Done it many times.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 90 points, 95 points. I don't know the price on it. I've never sold it, never had it in a store. So I'm going to say it's $19, $18.99 is what I'm going to say, and I think Brian knows the price.
Yeah, I think you're going to find through various stores anywhere between $19 to $25 a bottle.
Okay. Well, you know what? If it's $25, it's worth it because it's a very, very solid wine. I enjoyed it.
And I don't know if you want to go as far as to say rare wine, but it is one that's novel. It's you don't see it around, so it's fun to bring to a dinner party to guests because it is unusual. And as we said, it's a wonderful bottle of wine.
Get it, seek it, find it, and for now, I'm Keith.
I'm Brian. You're wine guys.
That's right. We're the wine guys?
We're the wine guys. You're a wine guy.
And DenverWineguy.com.